Hello, we're back. It's a little early for a Monday, so wake your ass up. Let's
Right.
go. He's been here since 7, rock and rolling, and I got a special guest, and it is special. And I don't want to even overrate this. No introduction necessary. Chris Paul, CP3.
Yes, sir.
Loved you before even we got to get a chance to work together, just because I love the sneakers. And I
Right.
always played my CP3s, so I was a little prejudiced going into this thing, just knowing that I loved your sneakers. And I figured now getting to know you a little bit, you probably had a little design. You had a little say in this design, probably.
Hey, a lot of say in the design. This was actually my 10, so I was so excited about it. And I don't know, having the opportunity to have your own shoe as a kid.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, as a kid, you like dream of that opportunity, and having 10 now, it's always so much fun. On every last one of my shoes, you'll always be able to find the Chevron logo, which represents my grandfather. And then if you look here on the inside, I don't know if you guys can see it.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
Right, it's all these different things. That right there is a Gemini sign for my son, little Chris. You got here, which is the Aries sign from my wife. She's Aries. You have my daughter. She's a Libra, right? These other ones. Mine, which is Taurus. And if you look, if you had the right shoe, it has like different symbols for me leading the league in steals and different things like that.
Wow. You were at the Cowboy Giant game last night.
Yes.
You're moving and grooving. What was that feeling like? What was that vibe like? New York, we're not ecstatic about what happened, but what was the feeling? Why were you there?
I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. You know what I mean? Getting traded to Houston, that's probably not something they want to hear down there, but it is what it is. And I've been a Cowboy fan since birth. One thing you learn, and you have kids, is a lot of times, even my son, he's all about the Cowboys now. You tend to be into what your parents into. And you remember Drew Pearson?
Of course.
My dad's favorite player.
Immaculate, him
my
and Staubach,
goodness. My dad, that's all I heard about growing up, is my dad talking about Drew Pearson. And
Hail Mary.
To take my entire family, everybody, to the game yesterday for the Giant game, which is a big game for a Cowboys fan. And it was me and my wife's. It was our anniversary yesterday too. So big thank you to her.
Congratulations.
Thank you to her for letting us go. But it's nothing like going to a Cowboy game.
I guarantee you, for my anniversary, one thing we wouldn't be doing is going to
football
any
game.
sporting event.
I got a real one. My wife she's different, and she gets it.
You may need some jewelry though. Anyway, I'm just a little side note for a 30-year marriage.
She got it.
Oh, okay. So you got all the bases covered.
Yeah.
What do you tell people in Houston? I mean, a lot of attention now on Florida. You know, big move to go to Houston. Congratulations, but. You know, there are some people in Texas in general with the floods and everything. What do you tell those people? What's your message to them?
One thing that I've learned in a short period of time of being in Houston and getting to know some of the people there. Obviously, I haven't been there long at all, but talking to James, my teammates, and everybody like that is how resilient the people are there. There's this famous restaurant there called the Breakfast Club that I went to yesterday morning with my family, and I was talking to a few of the people who were affected by the flood, and just to hear, the spirit of the people, and they talking about, objects are gone or whatnot, but as long as we're still here, we'll be fine. And it's crazy because it's so resemblant, like so much resemblance to that of Katrina after I got drafted there. And the thing that you realize is that if you got a group of resilient people, anything's possible.
James Harden. And my game kind of resembles a little like James, so I can relate to James. Well, other than that.
Right.
Actually, there's nothing about my game that resembles James, but in all honesty. But what a player. What an assassin.
Right.
I just marvel when I get to watch him play. What's it going to be like playing with him? Is there one thing already you've known about James that you didn't know that we can – is there anything unusual about him? Because, he's kind of a mystery guy. Like, we don't really always –
Yeah. First of all, how funny he is, but the thing that I sort of knew, and that I probably didn't even realize as much, as how much of a gym rat he is. Like, he just loves to be in the gym. Him along with like Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza, Bobby Brown, all these guys, like they just gym rats. Guys that just love to be in the gym, and that's been fun so far.
I think Trevor Ariza's probably getting Social Security now, or I mean, he's got to be. How
Trev?
old? I mean, is he in the league?
I'm older than Trev, actually. To tell you the truth.
No.
Yeah, I'm older than Trev.
How old are you now?
I'm 32.
See, how many years you got left in you? You think a lot of gas in that tank?
Absolutely.
Do you feel as good now as you did ever?
Man, yeah, I actually do. You know, it's funny, as you get older, you start to realize how important it is to take care of your body, and your diet changes and stuff like that.
Are you a big diet guy?
Huge.
Like, give me a little bit, because that's a big part of what we talk about on this show. Give me a little bit of like what your typical diet is.
Man, I do a food sensitivity test every year. So I let them take my blood, and they test it against a whole bunch of different food ingredients.
So you know some things that you're not good with.
It lets me know what foods make my muscles tighter, what makes me more tired, everything. It lets me know. You know what I mean? Everything comes back green, red, or yellow. And usually everything red or yellow, I cut out my diet.
And anybody can go take that test.
Anybody can go take that test. And the thing is, I actually, maybe 6 years ago when I did it for the first time when I got out to L.A., I was so amazed by it that I made my entire family take it. Made my mom, dad, brother, everybody take it, just so that, because the thing is, it's the information. You want the information. You want to know. Even though you may not cut it out your diet or whatnot, just like my wife, like when her shoulder starts hurting, she know what she ate usually. Because the thing is the education of food. Everybody always talks about the itis, right? When you eat, oh, I'm sleepy. That's got something to do with what you're eating.
That is smart. So you know exactly what you need to take game day, or when you're really trying to get your performance to a high level.
Yeah. And for me, I don't believe in that, oh, he's older, he can't keep up with them, or he can't do this or whatnot. I'm going to do what I got to do to take care of my body, so that when I'm out there playing against the 19, 20-year-old point guards, that I'm cool.
I have a hard time finding anybody that I meet that doesn't love you and think the world of you. And I was up at the NBPA, and explain to me what your involvement is there. Explain it, because I don't know if people really understand what happened, where the NBA players took their rights back for licensing, and they've kind of now you've created your own company.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that and your involvement. This is pretty big.
My involvement is, the title is the president, but it's all about us players as a whole. You know, it's not about me at all. And we have an amazing executive director, and Michelle Roberts, and the employees there at the PA have to be some of the most selfless people that you could ever find. But it was a process. You know, one thing about, I think, the NBA player nowadays is how informed guys are. You know, there was once upon a time, I know when I came into the NBA, it was like, look, just let us play. Just let us play. But now I think a lot more guys understand the business of the game, and it's been exciting to learn myself, and also to help the younger guys understand the game a lot more, and just not just, playing basketball, because someday this game is going to stop, as you've seen it. You've seen guys come and go. And just continue to try to grow the game, and make sure that when guys finish playing this game, they put in a lot of hours, hard, like sweat and tears and stuff like that, that when they're done playing, that there are different, avenues to go into.
You have an aptitude for the business, though. I mean, I don't know if people saw that, but this is a big business that you guys are about to get into, and it's not even what you're making, it's what you're building.
It's exactly what you're building. At the end of the day, too, we want to make sure that we leave the game in great shape for the next group of guys that comes behind us. And this game is unbelievable. I mean, it's basketball at the end of the day, but you're putting a lot of guys that come right in out of college, 19, 20 years old. Like, even me, I went straight from college to being blessed to make the money that you make, but at the same time, there's a lot of information that you don't know. You have to grow up very fast, and that's why the PA is trying to do as much as possible to educate guys on not just basketball, but on life.
It's a big play. Closing remarks. Anything you want to tell basketball fans? Just because, I mean, it's amazing your involvement, this trade. There's been a shift in the league. I mean, so many things going on in your world. We could probably talk for 2 hours, but give me your last closing message to your fans.
I think my closing message to the fans out there would be thank you. Thank you. We can't say thank you enough. I don't think there's one player that's out here, not only in the NBA but in professional sports, that doesn't realize how you guys make us who we are. You know, I'm sure at times guys start to feel themselves like, I'm not. But at the end of the day, without the fan support and them coming out supporting us, cheering for us night in and night out, we wouldn't be anything. So I can't say thank you enough.
All right, enjoy these last, I think it's about 2 weeks you got left.
2 weeks, exactly.
And then you're going to work, son. Well, you're going to work now.
Right now.
How cool are you going to go like ball with Melo and everybody's getting together and you just get a run?
I'm going, it's crazy to say, like, this is my job. I get to go hoop.
That's awesome.
I get to go hoop. I'm blessed.
All right.
Very
well, good
blessed.
Stuff. Hey, thanks for popping by.
Always.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm going to make it to a Houston game.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Rocket gear now.
You absolutely
I'm a Chris Paul Rocket fan now.
Man,
I'm going Chris Paul in my pickup games.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Chris.
No problem.